7.3 algebraic equation. I can write algebraic equation.
Excellent job, Ashton. You are a very good reader of the title and the I can statement. Everybody, what is the one thing an equation has that an expression does not?
Equal sign.
An equal sign. Excellent. Okay, number 2, writing algebraic equations. So this was the rest of our notes here, starting with number 2. When writing algebraic equations, it's super important that you have an equal sign. It's super important that you have one side and a second side of an equation, right? Eyes up here, please, Donia. Both sides of the equation are what? Equal. Therefore, we have an equal sign, right? So in this equation, the sum of a number x and 7 is 15. X plus 7, which is the sum of a number and 7, right, is equal to 15. Both of these sides are the exact same. And can you guys figure out what x is?
Yes.
But we don't care, because we're just writing an equation, right? Okay, number 3. A number y decreased by 4 is 3. How do we know we're subtracting? What is the key to tell us we're subtracting in this problem?
Decrease.
So there are key words always, right? How about number 4? 12 times a number p equals 48. How do I know I'm multiplying 12 and p? Because it literally says times, which means multiplication, right? Okay, so we did a few of those, and then we moved down to a problem like number 6, where you got onto an elevator. So I'm going to read this to you. This is like where you're going to spend most of your homework and most of your test. Problems like this, the ones that we just talked about, yeah, you get maybe 1. You enter an elevator and you go down 7 floors. What does down mean? Probably subtract, although we should finish reading the problem. You exit on the 10th floor. It says write an equation you can use to find the floor where you entered the elevator. Why did I say x equals that? Because why? We want to give the variable a name, right? And we're giving the variable a name because that is what we're trying to solve for. We're trying to solve for what we don't know. So we said x is the floor you enter the elevator because the question is, write an equation you can use to find the floor where you enter the elevator. So then, in writing the problem, we know we entered on some floor, x. How many floors did we go down?
7.
And what floor did we end up?
10.
OMG, we just wrote an equation, didn't we? So, obviously the answer is what for x? 17, but do we care about the answer right now? No. All right, you and a friend have $52. Your friend has 28. Write an algebraic equation. What don't we know, or what do we want to know? How much money you have, or I have, right? So if your friend has $28 and you have a total of 52, what are we going to do? Add x, which is how much you have, right? Okay. Number 8, that was a tricky one. Remember I drew a picture for this one. You hit a golf ball. I wish I would have drawn the picture on this. You hit a golf ball 90 yards. It travels 3/4 of the distance to the hole. How far is it from the start to the hole? So what do we want to know? How far is it from the start to the hole? So in this problem, it actually tells us, if you read this sentence right here, it tells you the equation. 3/4, right? What does of mean? Multiply. And what is the distance to the hole? X. So we did 3/4 times x. The last thing would be, what does that equal to?
90.
Because we hit the ball 90 yards. So 3/4 of the total, so not quite the entire total, but 3/4 of the total was the 90 yards we hit the ball. Yes, sir. And I'm not going to keep doing all of these. Number 9 is very similar to number 8. And number 10 was more like a geometry type problem. Here's x. Here's your shape. Here's your perimeter. What is the equation? 4x equals, because all sides of that square are the same, multiplied by 4, and we knew the perimeter is 30 because I told you before you started the problem. Yes? No? Maybe so.